Hey pretties, happy Friday. It's Allison with Get Your Pretty On, and we made it through another week. Awesome. So I woke up this morning and I felt like my legs couldn't even get out of bed. We had strength day at Orange Theory yesterday, and oh my gosh, we did legs in the weight room. And I don't think I've done legs in a while because I can't walk today. And Craig got up before me and he did Orange Theory yesterday too. And he said, "Are your legs as sore as mine are?" I said, "Yes." Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad, but it hurts so good. Orange Theory is honestly the only workout that I've been able to stick with consistently, and it is hard and it's always challenging. And I keep going back for more. So I'm either a glutton for punishment or I don't know what, but our family's Orange Theory fans. Craig and I both do it. I just got him on board not too long ago. He was very resistant to it and kind of afraid of it. He works out regularly, but he just didn't want to do it. But Aubrey and Devin, my son and daughter that are both in college, both do it too, which is awesome because when they're away at school, we I feel like we can bond over our workouts because we talk to each other about what the workout was that day. And so it's pretty cool. And then Aubrey calls me because she goes after I go on Thursdays and asks what the workout was. So I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse for her because she knows what is in store when she gets there. But hey, I don't know. We keep going back, right? All right. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about closet organization. I get asked tons of questions about how I organize my closet, what my methodology is, how often I do it. And, I think that doing this each season is a really important part of getting your wardrobe ready and knowing what you have and knowing what you need. And for me personally, I feel like keeping less stuff in my closet helps me get dressed easier. I know a lot of women that keep all 4 seasons of clothing in their closet at one time. There's nothing wrong with that. You have your own system and your own organization. I try to do mine seasonally only, and I'm going to run through exactly what my process is and also tell you that I have not done this yet for fall. It's still been warm here, so the weather's supposed to switch over next week. It's probably not going to be a permanent switch over, but at least for a while. So because I do keep things in seasonally, I try not to do it too early because then what ends up happening is we either have, like this past spring, we had cold days after I got rid of all my winter clothes, so I was freezing. And now will have warm days after I put my fall clothes in. So I'm going to want to keep a few transition pieces in there, and I recommend that if you live in a climate where your weather's kind of all over the place, that you do that too. Just keep some transition pieces in there so you have some pieces that you can wear in between the seasons or on the unseasonably warm days. So once I do my closet cleanse, I will take you inside my closet and I'll show you how I organize and some little tips and tricks that I use whenever I do mine. But today I'm just going to run you through the process. If you've done style challenges by Get Your Pretty On before, then you probably already know all about my quarterly closet cleanse. This is one of the bonuses that you get with the style challenge, and I just have all the directions in there listed out so that you can follow them step by step to get your own closet ready for the season ahead. If you've never done this before, the first time's the worst time. And after that, it just gets easier and easier. Honestly, I don't dread this anymore. I love switching my clothes over. As a matter of fact, on the day that I do it, I keep walking back into my closet and smiling because it's so organized and pretty and everything's where it belongs. And it's just a great feeling. So you get kind of addicted to that. Yes, it's work, but it's totally worth it. The first time you do this, I would recommend carving out a few hours on a day, like a weekend day that you can dedicate to it from start to finish. This isn't something that you're going to want to get started and then get interrupted and have to come back to later on. I like to just knock it out in one afternoon and look at this as a self-care practice for you because let's face it, having a nice, clean, organized closet is an awesome feeling. Just getting rid of that clutter and the stuff that you're not using is very freeing. So trust me on this, it is therapy, closet therapy, you'll love it. Okay, it sounds daunting, but you'll actually like it. So the first thing that I do is I take everything out of my closet. I take down all of the hanging clothes, anything, all of my shoes, accessories like scarves and jewelry. You can leave your jewelry in there if you keep it in there, or wherever you're keeping it. We can go through that later. But I take all of the clothing and I put it on my bed. And then I go through it piece by piece. And if I'm taking out the past season's clothing, I will fold it and put it, I have a large box that I keep each season in. So I'll fold it and put it in my box. If it's something that I want to keep hanging, then I keep it on the hanger and put it, we have some upstairs closets that I can store things in. But I only put the things back in my closet that I am wearing and loving. So the fact is, we only wear like 20% of what's hanging in our closets. So if you just, like the first time you do this, you're going to be so shocked at how few clothes you're going to put back in your closet and what you're actually wearing. It's a little bit scary. The first time I did this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have no clothes at all. And this is really where I started to rebuild my wardrobe. So I'm actually addressing two things at once right here, which is a little bit confusing. So I'm talking about your initial closet clean out, where you're taking out the things that you're no longer wearing. And I'm also talking about my seasonal switch over that I do. So I'm going to focus right now on the initial clean out, and then we'll get to the seasonal one in a bit. So with the initial one, you're going to make 3 boxes. You're going to call those boxes stash, cash, and trash. And every piece that comes out of your closet is either going to get put into a pile that goes back in because you're actually wearing it, or you're going to put it in one of these boxes. So the stash box is for anything that you feel like you are not quite ready to get rid of yet, but you're not really wearing it anymore either. So these are things that I'm going to say you haven't worn in 2 seasons or more. Things that maybe no longer fit you, and you're afraid either because you've lost weight, you don't want to get rid of the bigger sizes because you're afraid you're going to need them again. Or, you know, if you've gained weight, they're in smaller sizes and you're wanting to get back into those. For now, we're going to take them out of the equation. They're going to go in the stash box. This is stuff that you're going to put into storage somewhere. Label the box, what's in it. You can label it by size or by whatever category makes sense to you. But this is something that you can then move to your attic, basement, an extra closet, wherever, and know that if you need to get back into that box someday, you can. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never reopened a stash box. And once it sits for around a year, I usually just tape it up and send it off to donations to Salvation Army, because I know I'm never going to access it again. But it gives me that peace of mind knowing that I didn't just get rid of something and then regret it later on. So that's your stash box. Your second box is going to be your cash box. These are the things that you already know you're not going to wear anymore for whatever reason, and you can donate them. They're in decent shape, you know, something that you can either donate or sell. You know, this is a good time also if you do garage sales or yard sales to put your things in there that you're going to have for your next sale. I have done this over the course of several years. We used to do garage sales. I don't do them anymore because I just feel like it's a lot of work for one day. But I do put my cash boxes in the attic, and then every few months we have a donations truck that's in the parking lot at PetSmart, and it's just like right down the street. We drive down there and unload our boxes for them. But you can also donate them in several other places too. Plus, when you're ready to have your garage or yard sale, you already have that stuff ready to go and you can sell it then. So that's your cash box. The third box is going to be your trash box. You're probably not going to have a lot that goes into this box, but this box is for anything that is like damaged or just completely worn out, or something that can't be put into your cash box for whatever reason. So that's the stuff that can actually be thrown away. I usually run that box past my husband first because he likes to have extra t-shirt cloths and things like that he uses in the garage. So he'll take those and then cut them apart and use them for that. So that's your trash box. Okay, so this is your first initial clean out. Now you're only left with what you're actually wearing. These are the pieces that fit you well, that are still in style. These are going to be classic, basic items that you probably, you know, are like a little bit of an investment item items that don't go out of style. And those are the pieces you're going to put back in your closet right now. And then you can start rebuilding your wardrobe. So this is your initial closet clean out. This is not the seasonal one. Now we're going to talk a little bit about seasonal. So let's say you've already done all this. Yay! And you have a beautiful cleaned out closet. Okay, so now seasonally, what I do is I go back through this again and go through the same process, but it's on a much smaller scale because I'm only going through the items that were in there for the past season. So I'll go through anything that I didn't wear and decide if I still love it, if I want to put it in the stash box, if I want to put it in the cash box, and or if it's going to go into storage for next year. Most of the time, I don't do a lot of shopping, so almost all of my clothes between seasons do end up going into the storage box to be saved for the next year. So once I do all of that, and I think it's important too to go through your accessories. I mentioned this on my Facebook Live last night. I don't think that's something a lot of us think about. Go through your scarves, go through your necklaces, your earrings, your bracelets, and see if there's anything in there that's just outdated or tarnished or you're just not going to wear anymore. It's a great time to clean those out too. And I'm going to show you in the video whenever I go into my closet after I clean it out. I'll show you how I organize all of my jewelry. I've found some stuff at Home Goods that I love that makes like a pretty little jewelry display. So, and you can also find that on my blog, Get Your Pretty On. If you look up, I think it's under closet organization. If you search that on the sidebar, then you'll see how I organize my jewelry. But it's important to remember to clean that stuff out too. Just the less clutter, the better. I believe that when you see what you have, it's easy to see what you need. I tell the story sometimes of how I used to shop. I had like 10 black and white striped shirts in my closet, and then I would go out and shop and get another black and white striped shirt because I didn't go into the store armed with a shopping list, knowing exactly what I needed. And I would just not even go look through my closet because I didn't even know what I didn't know what I needed because I didn't know what I had. I just had it all stuffed in there. So I think that this is really important to do each season because you have to know what you have and what you need. So you know where to start with your shopping. But yeah, that's basically what I do each season is I just switch it over, put the things in for the next season that I'm loving. If I pull some things out of the box that I thought I was going to like the previous year and I'm just kind of iffy on them, I usually put them in the closet anyway, and sometimes I find a use for them, sometimes I wear them. If not, then they get taken out too. And I've heard some women use a few methods for this. You can turn your hangers around for the pieces that you wear, so you know exactly what you wore in that season, and then anything where the hanger was not turned around or stuff that you can consider stashing or caching. I've also heard of women tying a ribbon around the closet bar and then hanging the things in front of the ribbon that they've worn and leaving the things behind the ribbon that they didn't. That's another way to keep track of it. I'm pretty good at keeping track mentally. I know what I wear and what I don't. But those are both good ways to do this. Some women also organize their closets by capsule. So if they're doing style challenges by Get Your Pretty On, they just keep their capsule stuff in one section of the closet. And I've even seen some go as far as to putting only the capsule pieces in their closet, which is very minimalist, but appeals to me on so many levels. I would love to do that someday too. But I tend to keep more stuff in there than that. So anyway, that is my closet clean out. If you haven't signed up for style challenges for fall, we have registration open through midnight tonight. So go to stylechallenges.com and you can sign up there. You'll get this quarterly closet bonus clean out. We're going to be styling our 23 days of fall outfits beginning Monday. I'm excited. I can't wait to wear mine. And I'm so excited that the weather's kind of cooperating too. So yes, please check that out. I would love to have you join me. And I hope that you guys have an awesome weekend. I will see you back here for coffee chat on Monday morning. Bye.